Smack. Welcome to Super Smack.
Welcome back to the Smack.
The rugby podcast from the fans for the fans. Bit of an emergency broadcast here.
Not our official first one of the year.
No,
It wasn't planned, was it? I don't think anyone had this on their 26 bingo card. Did they? Did you?
No, I didn't, mate. We all knew there was something coming.
Well, we did. We did. There were rumours afoot that Razor, that the players were unhappy. There were rumours circulating that after the tour and after the championship even, that they'd been spreading through the grapevine that there was some unrest. And obviously we knew as the public that things were not quite working out right. How many times did he say in a press conference, we're training really well, but I just don't, it's not translating on the field somehow. I've never heard an All Blacks coach say that ever before. That was, I know you and I got super worried about that, and it's clear that what's happened is now, the result of that. The players were not gelling with him.
Yeah, and I've never seen an All Blacks coach in the history of me watching our greatest team look a little run down at times, you know. He had the little lip sores every now and again. He's sunken around the eyes. He looked like he wasn't sleeping well. I feel sorry for Razor. I really do. And then that's the first thing I want to say. I mean, it sucks to be halfway through the greatest job of your career and you just get the boot, you know? And they're talking about how he's marched and how he's done the great thing. And, of course, that's the narrative. Of course, NZRU want to do that. They want to say, Razor's a big man. He's he's seen the writing on the wall, and he's decided the best thing for this team is for him to step down and go and coach King Country.
King Country, mate, whited up a bush.
Whited up a bush.
At best.
Oh God, what's he going to do, old Razor? I do, I feel for him, and he's going to he's going to cop a lot of shit. And he's going to be down in Sumner for a wee while, and he's got some fiercely loyal fans down there, so he's going to be all right. Yeah, he's not going to be racked over the coals. I mean, if he came up to Auckland for a wee stint, or he was living in Herne Bay or something, I think he probably would be grilled a little bit more, but. He can go out surfing. He can get on his bike and have a little hoon around with his missus.
I think there's a lot of people who didn't agree with it either. I don't think it's quite like Fozzie. I think people were a little bit like, what? Why? Why are you just getting rid of him? Whereas Fozzie, there was this unanimous dislike toward Fozzie at the end there, which the poor guy, because of course now it turns out that in a way he was sort of more successful at the end of his tenure than he went out on a high, a low high. He nearly won the World Cup. But Razor, look, I feel sorry for you, mate. You did a good job. You're a good coach, but if you've lost your confidence in your players, and I'd love to know why.
But this is it, mate.
Love to know why.
If we have seen untold amounts of opinions on what's going on and what's happened, and what the culture was, why Razor's been forced out of there. But I mean, it's not going to be in the next 6 months or so, a year, maybe in a couple years. We'll probably get the lay of the land. Razor will probably write a book. He'll talk all about it. He'll throw a couple of people under the bus, which we really want that now, but we're not going to get it.
No, we're not going to get it. And we need to know, importantly, that it's not the results, because he had 74% at the end. It's not great, but that's not the reason he's been dismissed. That there's something going on, right, with the culture and the players, and you have to get rid of him. I mean, that Dalton Papali'i thing, I don't know who of you out there heard about that.
Straw that broke the camel's.
A player in the All Blacks 15 who was at one point one of our very best All Blacks starters or reserves, he refused to join when they called him up to the All Blacks on the Northern Tour. He refused to go and play. Now, that's unprecedented. That's crazy. Who turns down the bloody number 7 jersey or whatever it is for the All Blacks? That's
supposed to be the best job in the world.
Man.
So there's something wrong there.
Yeah, and what did they do so badly that he didn't want to? It can't just be like the wrong meals in the morning or something, or they didn't get his eggs right, or they gave him the wrong pillow. or put him in a twin room.
Maybe he was actually getting some good game time with the All Blacks 15, and he knew that all he was going to do was just carry a tackle bag around for 2 weeks.
I mean, to be honest, but then that would be on him as a sooky little pussy.
Yeah,
he needs to just know that sometimes you got to carry a tackle bag. Like, look at Rico Ioane, took the back seat for bloody most of the season after he got booted from centre, and you just got to do your bit. But nah, someone took a shit in his shower or in his room and pissed him off.
I've got a little theory, and I shared this with you. I think what happened after the review was that the NZRU were like, oh, we've got to get rid of Razor. How do we do this? Like, how do we do this without losing too much face, you know? It's going to be a big blow up.
Oh, geez.
And so after the review, they've started going, oh, okay, what bits can we use? And, like, how do we use them? I mean, we can't, like, you're right. We can't release them just on results because that...
No.
You know, that precedent's already been set that, you know, if you've got the future forward view on things, that your results are okay to be below par as long as you're building towards something more special, right?
Sure, most other teams will take that. Yeah.
What I think is the NZRU have taken a couple of little tidbits. The Adi Savia one, the poster boy of Razor's sacking, and also that little Dalton Papali'i message. I reckon they've anonymously just fed that to some Irish media. And it's watched it spread. They've all sat in a boardroom with all the news pundits' pages up and just watch it erupt into this amazing
the Irish
feast.
They've feasted on it. You're right, mate. They've been sitting at the pub with their Guinness and they've seen the message come through and they've gone, oh, fucking hell! You won't believe it, mate.
I've got a good one here, lads.
Oh, this is a good one. Pour me another Guinness.
But,
sort of vaguely Scottish.
Enough has been said about this. Enough has been said about this.
Who knows
why
real
Razor's
reason?
gone. We can talk to the cows, come home. We can develop all of our theories. But at the end of the day, we've got to look forward to who's going to take the spot, mate.
Yeah. Who's going to take it?
And I've got some... I've got a dream.
Who will dare take this spot now?
Oh, mate, there'll be people that will be chomping at the bit for
because
it.
Now
they know they can do a better job.
Yeah, but now you can get sacked mid-term, and this is a bloody brilliant new thing for the All Blacks, which, you know, a lot of people have been saying is taking us into a new era of professionalism in rugby, which is kind of bang on. So who's got the balls and the money? Who's got the respect of the players? Yep. I mean, is that the key question here?
We've talked about this many times on our podcast. The quality of the person that needs to be at the top and the success we've had in the past. Graham Henry, Joe Schmidt,
Steve Hansen.
Principals, school teachers. They know how to deal with lots of different personalities at one time and know how to like make people feel special and bring the best out of everyone, not just your top players. When Razor was at the Crusaders, he had maybe, 10 world-class players, and then you've got 20-odd players that are in development, that haven't quite reached that echelon yet. So you're only really dealing with those sort of top 10 players in terms of ego and in terms of, like, you know, how you can sort of make sure you're getting the best out of them. The rest of them are development where that's a little bit of an easier job, I think, for a coach to go, you know, let's grow these players and let's put them in positions where we can train them into it.
Yeah, and I feel like there's a bunch of people that could do that development. But these top players, like you say, they're thoroughbreds, right? They're like thoroughbreds.
This is
they need to be
36-man squad that are in the top 100 players in the world.
And especially those main key ones, the Ardis, the Bodies, the Damons, they need to be tamed and they need that respect. And I saw Sonny Beryl said great thing. Sonny Beryl Williams. Stop it, mate.
Come on, mate.
He nailed it on the head. He put up a post and he said that... he said that you need to earn the respect of the players. There was an age when he was playing for the All Blacks where he said, I think his words were, they'd go out there and they'd basically fucking take a bullet. They would die for the All Blacks in New Zealand on that field. And we've talked about this before. We've lost that. I reckon we've got the greatest players in the world. I honestly think our depth in New Zealand rugby is still world class. What we've lost is that extra edge. I mean, the reason we lost 43 whatever till South Africa and Wellington is because of that. So this coach has to be a person that they're willing to go over the top of the trenches for, right?
Okay. Yes,
I think
absolutely.
It has to be that person. Hearing it from that ex-player who was part of the greatest team we've ever had, it was so interesting. He made it so clear that they got to do that.
Who's it going to be?
Well,
I know there's a lot of chat and a lot of, all of the media outlets have talked a lot about Jamie Joseph taking on the role. It makes me feel a little uneasy. Not because Jamie Joseph isn't a good coach. He's proven himself to be a good coach, but I feel only on the same kind of level as what Razor was coming into the All Blacks, and maybe even lesser so. He's obviously done some great things in the past with the Highlanders. He's got some international experience, which is better than what Razor did, which is cool. Yep. I think that's a definitely tick in his box. But I don't think he is as experienced enough as we need to go. We've got 2 years. We need to have someone that has basically got the experience of turning a team around from something that is a little bit fumbly to something that is a world-beating, World Cup winning team again.
And Jamie Joseph has done like a bit of both, hasn't he? He's had some great times with the Highlanders, but he's also had some shockers. He's taken a lot of grief from Highlanders fans in the past for like ruining what could have been. I think that's just because the Highlanders sucked. I don't think anyone could have helped them out of that pit. But let me say that maybe if we're talking JJ, if we're talking Joseph, are we only talking Joseph if he comes as the package?
Who?
The package, TB and JJ. I think Jamie Joseph's greatest strength is his ability to partner with Tony Brown, right?
But I think whoever it is, you need a good partner, mate. I don't think that, you're not going to do it on your own. And this is where this is a theory that I've got around why Razor's probably fumbled a little bit. It's because he's probably just trying to take it all on himself, and it's too big a job to do that.
Yeah,
that's clear that there's been some scandal around coaches leaving. When you're losing Leon McDonald and what's his name, Holland,
Jason Holland,
Jason Holland. Two really good coaches walking out of you during your tenure. There's obviously something about that team dynamic that is not working.
But there's also people saying that Scott Hansen, has been doing the bulk of the coaching. What's happening is that Scott Hansen is his right hand, is Razor's right-hand man, was Razor's right-hand man. Something about that dynamic, like we say, we don't know, and it's going to come out eventually, but something was rotten. I mean, Steve was Ted's right-hand man. Fozzie was Steve's right-hand man.
Yeah.
We hated it. We always bagged the old boys club, but there was a way that it worked. I mean, it worked for a couple of good decades there. Maybe we need, TB and Jamie Joseph, but there is another candidate as well.
Well, I
would like to see.
This is going to be my choice, right?
Okay. All right.
There's one person who I've always wanted as the head coach, and we've talked about it at length. And he's been in the environment. He was coaching under Fozzie. He was helping out. He's been an advisor, yada, yada, yada. He's just come off a little stint with the Wallabies. He has the history of turning around an Irish team into an international powerhouse. Mm-hmm. He's won pretty much everything that he has coached, apart from with Australia. He obviously didn't win much with them.
Yeah.
But he did give them a little bit of a spark at the end of last year.
Yeah.
There was something there. There is some kudos to give to him to beat the teams that he did last year. But yeah, exactly. You can't polish a turd, as Jamie Joseph has proven. But I think Joe Schmidt, man, he's ripe for the picking. If he's keen, get him in. And get the support around him. I think we keep Jason Ryan. I think we maybe even look at keeping Hansen, Yeah. But, he's probably going to go out with the bathwater.
Jason Ryan was there with Fozzie. He was there with Schmidt.
Yeah.
I
think we get TB over. I think that's my trio. I think we have a Jason Ryan who's already there. We get a little bit of continuity with him. We get Joe Schmidt on top, and we get Tony Brown in there as an attacking coach that is really going to fuck some shit up.
On top of who?
What?
On top of who?
on top of the two others that I listed, mate.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Well, they're not going to be some human centipede or anything.
Just to throw the biggest question to that out there, can Tony Brown exist in a coaching lineup without Jamie Joseph? If Tony Brown's coming in, do they have to go with the Joseph Brown combo, or can
Why would they, mate?
Well, because that leaves
He's
Jamie
coaching under
Joseph.
someone
Are you
completely
saying
different right now?
That leaves Jamie Joseph just out in the. You're saying that the
got
Jamie
a job.
Joseph part of the equation isn't actually what we want. You're saying the Tony Brown part is what we want.
Yeah, I don't think we like Jamie Joseph is a head coach, and I think he's not going to want to be an assistant coach or a part of the team. He wants to be head coach, I think, and I think he should stay there. I think that should be a future play for the NZRU to keep developing him as a head coach, so he can be there next time. You know.
Yeah, it's interesting. Do they seem more of a? Do you want a duo? And I don't know. They seem like more of a duo to me, Joseph and Brown. Whereas Schmidt with Brown seems more like a very much a head coach, very much the guy, the figurehead, and then his assistants around him, which is kind of
exactly
what's been successful in the past. And Schmidt has that. Surely, out of all of them, he must have the respect of the players the most. I mean, that guy must be very widely respected amongst the leadership group. He was my deputy
principal at school, and I know that he demands respect. Yeah. Like, he is the best at it, I think.
I agree with you, mate.
I think him and Ted would be the two coaches, and Ruzzy. I think Ruzzy is obviously the other one as well.
Yeah.
Those three coaches, I think, in recent times have been the three that have probably, from the outside, seem to have held the most respect by the players.
Yeah, and it would be, look, there's awesome elements of Joseph being in there, or even someone like Rennie, to think that there's never been a Māori coach before. But you know what? The old white school principal dude, sometimes just, it's worked in the past, just bring them in.
Just at the top.
Yeah, at the top.
There's part of me that's like, he's going to be, if he's there, Joe, he's going to be smart enough to pick people that are going to help him out, that he's going to be able to lean on. So I feel like you just leave it to him. Like he's got the experience to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if he does get in, like if he asks a Jamie Joseph or a Dave Rennie to come in and give him a hand, just to get him through, get them through to the World Cup, to put them in the best position to win.
Schmidt looks like a coach when he's out on that field. He just, with his blazer on, you just go, yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who's the guy you're going to run out and die for? Because that's what we're going to need come 2027. The difference between us and South Africa at the moment, 100%. And it's not because they just have all these amazing players. It's because they will just put their bodies on the line time and time again for Russie. Russie's got what Steve Hansen had, that they just will do anything. Like, look at Kobus Reinek play, that little fucker. Like, that guy's just opening a Gatling gun on everyone every second of the game. There's no, why is he going? He just goes. Like, it means so much to him, and we need that back in the camp. So I agree with you. I would love to see Joe Schmidt in. He would be my first choice.
Joe, if you're out there, I know you've talked long and hard about how you don't want to be an international coach, but then you went and fucking did it anyway.
Yeah.
So, mate,
what the fuck?
Let's just give yourself a break when you turn, I don't know, 68 or something, or when you hit retirement. I don't even know how old you are, but mate, you've got at least a good 5 years of quality, world-class, top-tier coaching left in you, and we want you to do it for us, mate. Please.
Yeah.
Please, sir.
Maybe the thing is,
I will not wear my sandalbacks down for the rest of my life if you take on this job.
Do you know what I also like about a coach like Schmidt is that you kind of almost don't want your coach being able to join in physically.
Fozzie and Hansen never had that problem.
No, but that's all right. Yeah, but and Ted sort of couldn't join in, and then you get Razor, who's maybe like running around with them and almost thinks that maybe he's still got a little bit of the player action. You're like, no, mate. You will need to sit back in your blazer and people know, no, he's not joining in. The old boy's
Razor's
not
probably doing all the gym sessions with them. He's probably doing all the cardio sets. He's probably running the Bronco with everyone.
Yeah, you're not earning your respect by joining in. It's like, no, players, coach, go sit and have a flat white and watch over them up in the stands. You know what I mean?
Go have a flat white, a mini pie and a Lamington, mate.
and sit so far away that when they're doing drills and stuff, they have to go, is he looking at me? Like, I can't tell because he's so far away.
Yeah, just get some binos. And you can just be looking at something in the stands. You don't even have to be looking at the players, but the threat of it.
Yeah, you want that presence. It's like a mafia boss or someone higher up where they go, they don't know. They're like, is it me? Like, is he going to... No one knows the decisions you're going to make. If you get too close to them, it just gets a bit chummy, you know. No. Fear, respect.
We don't want a friend. We want a powerhouse, respected coach.
And then he just comes down and does their hands, and then he just comes down at the end and just goes, you did well today, boy. You did well. And that's it. And just cryptically, am I going to be selected? Am I not going to be selected? Well, we'll find out on Thursday, won't we, when we announce it.
All right. That's
Okay.
all she wrote.
All right.
We just wanted to update you with our thoughts on this. I hope that hopefully that provides some insight. I mean, we want to know. We want to know who you think is going to be the next coach. We've had enough about talking about Razor. He's gone.
Yeah.
He's in the rear vision mirror.
And
we'll have
well
time
done,
to
Razor,
reflect
but,
on that
you know.
later. Yeah, well done, but see you later. You're gone, mate. Let's look to the future, and I can't wait.
It is exciting. It's unprecedented, and that makes it exciting because I think everyone is going, what the hell are we doing, New Zealand rugby? And the
we've
rest,
got
you know
enough
what?
time.
The rest of the world are too, and they're kind of loving it because they've been trashing us for the last 12 months or so, and this just confirms they're like, we're all to see, we're all bloody in disarray, and it's like, well, you just wait, mate. We've always said 27 we'll steam home. We were almost there in 23 and wasted a night in Paris.
Oh, well.
All right. Hey, we love you. We'll be
Good luck,
back.
NZRU.
We'll
Make
be
sure
back
you
in a
do
couple
that.
of weeks for the
And
start
make
of the
sure you
Super
do
Rugby.
it right, NZRU. Make sure you send it out to Joe, please.
Send it out
Get
to
him
Joe
on the phone.
and don't
if you
just
need a
send a
hand-
letter.
Yeah, if
Cover
you need
all
a hand,
the
let us
bases.
know. I'll give him a call. I'll say,
Yeah.
hey, mate, Joe, I know that you don't. I know that you want to spend time with your family, but hey, what better time to do that in New Zealand?
Yeah,
You'll be here, mate. You'll be here.
emails.
We'll get you a nice wee villa in Ponsonby or something, and I don't know. Where are they based? They
Mate,
just
who
sort of
knows?
float all over the
Who
place.
knows?
He can be based wherever he wants, I guess.
Yeah.
We'll get you a nice beachfront property at Mount Maunganui, right under the mountain there.
Isn't that? That's where Razor's from, isn't it? Gee,
So you can stroll along the beach for however long you want, so your heart's content. We can do all the training camps up there at the mountain on Tauranga at the Domain.
Beautiful.
Whatever you need,
Beautiful.
mate. Whatever you need.
Whatever you need,
got
Joe. We'll do everything. We've got all the assistance that we can get. We're prepared to come and do that work. In fact, I think it's time that the New Zealand public realise that they've got to do some volunteering. If we need the New Zealand Rugby Union and the All Blacks to get back on that level, we're all going to have to pitch in. Eh?
Yeah.
Remember what
Yeah, a
Jacinda
working
said?
bee.
That country of 5 million, that team of 5 million.
Yeah.
There's no I in team, but there is a E in the
there's an
same
I in
Joe,
Schmidt.
and there's no I in team, but there's an I in Schmidt. What does that even mean?
All right.
It's so good. All right. We love you. We love you.
Love you. Bye-bye. Super Smack.